Welcome to podcast 11.
12.
Oh, stand corrected. Podcast 12.
Yeah, we're trying something a little bit different. We got Dalton Brown on this with us, and we got all this stuff on the phones from one of the team members in Kentucky, and he was fortunate enough to kill a deer the other day. How many days ago was it?
Sunday, so 2 days ago.
Okay. Nice. Well, I guess we'll just jump right into this. This is kind of our plan for our podcast. If somebody shoots a deer, we're gonna try to bring them on and hear the story before we can get the video out, or we'll see how it all ends up. But so,
will this drop on Sunday, or are you gonna drop these as fast as you can?
So I think, depending, I'm gonna plan on Sundays still, unless we start getting, like if with this cold front coming through, there's 2 or 3 people shooting deer, we'll record them and then I'll just keep dropping them.
Yes, you guys can hear the story before you actually watch the hunt. So that's kind of a neat little feature we got going on.
Yeah, because
it works.
Dalton, did you get everything, all your video put together for the most part?
Yeah, everything's cut up, ready to go. I just have to send that over to you, and make sure everything should be good.
Perfect. Yeah, and I'll get it put up. And my plan with this one is the podcast will drop on Sunday, and Monday I'm going to have your hunt up. That's my plan. So.
And Jesse just got done with the youth hunt. His daughter and my son shot does, so that hunt's dropped. And you guys, if you're watching this, you can go back and check that out on our YouTube channel. But we appreciate you, Dalton. We're excited to hear your story, and I'm excited to get to the tree stand. So without further ado, why don't you walk us through the hunt and everything on Sunday and how your trail cams played a part, and let's hear about it.
Well, we had it was kind of a warmer week, so you expect the deer to kind of do their thing and stay nocturnal like they had been. You guys know that I had them patterned out really well before the opener there, and kind of went in, didn't play the right wind, backed those deer out. They didn't really spook, but they didn't like that wind that I had. So after that, me and Hunter went back in on the Sunday on September 3rd. So this is 2 or 3 weeks before I killed this deer. Still plays kind of a part in what happened in the end. So we had that 7-point came in along with the 9 that I was in. I was gonna hunt either one of those deer. The 7 just presented me with the first shot. I let an arrow go, actually clipped him. So we went back, watched the footage. The deer ended up actually daylighting again like 2 days later. So he's perfectly fine. They kind of got skittish because the 9 was in there with him. So then we go back to October 1st, almost a month later. And first deer I see on that sit is the 7, like 6:45. Perfect daylight, barometric pressure is high. It was still like 75 degrees out. So back to the Thursday before we actually killed the deer. I actually got a muddy picture, daylight. I think the deer was in there like 6:55. And then the 9 followed at like 7:20. So that told me after I'd hunted those Wednesday and then Thursday, the Friday, I believe, actually, it wasn't a Thursday. So I hunted Wednesday, Thursday, daylight picture the day I didn't hunt on Friday. So then I'm thinking, I was going to back out and not pressure these deer. And then I'm thinking, well, the pressure didn't bother them. They're daylighting, that day. Followed up, hunted Saturday and Sunday was the day I got it done. Actually seen 4 bucks. Awesome hunt. We had like a 3-year-old 10-point that I'd passed 4 or 5 times come in with the 7, and then a couple other smaller bucks. But I tried to hold out for the 9. He scored a lot better. They were both about the same age. But with a deer that mature, I couldn't sit and watch him. I give him about 10 minutes, and then I had to let it go.
Yeah, if you're happy, shoot him. And it's kind of fun watching your process, and you thinking that you boogered those deer and you gave it a day's rest, and then they're back in there. So you didn't. They were just, when you were in there hunting, they weren't around. And in Kentucky you can bait, which in Iowa you can't. Right? You can bait on private ground, just not public in Kentucky.
Just not public.
So and everybody.
Go
ahead. Everybody baits in Kentucky like private landowners.
If you kill big deer, you bait in Kentucky. That's how it is.
Yeah, A lot of these guys in Iowa are just shaking their heads and they're, oh, we don't. Well, it's not legal here. It's legal there. And also, you guys do it. If I was in Kentucky, I'd do the same exact thing, and so would everybody else as well.
Yeah,
we've got to. We don't have ag. We don't have ag like you guys. You guys have food sources. We could plant food plots. We don't have the terrain like you guys do. Up here, it's mountains and hillsides, and you got 20 acres to hunt. 19 of it might be just straight up and down. So you got to take that into factor. Like the small parcels that we hunt, the guys that I know and hunt with, we have to do it. If you want to kill a deer, a mature deer, that's what you got to do. And I get why some people don't like it, but it's legal and kill them how they want to be killed.
Exactly. And you got, is it a $1 state or can you shoot multiple bucks?
Just one. So that's my plan, is maybe get up to Ohio to get my other tag. So I can't not hunt after October 1st.
And I told you better start putting in for Iowa.
Yeah. I think Hunter got ahead of me this year. Me and him are trying to make a trip up, but he put in this year. I didn't. So maybe we'll alternate. But
Gotcha. Well, cool. So Ohio, you can. Are you gonna go with Hunter, or you got plans in public, or what's your?
I've actually got a friend's farm. We've hunted there in 2021. Killed a buck in 3 days. This was like a 6-year-old buck. Didn't score well, but just a really fun hunt to go up there by myself. Get to hunt different terrain and pull out of there with a mature buck in 3 days. That you can't ask for much more. So didn't get to hunt it last year, and I'm planning on going back up this year because last year I actually didn't fill my tag until mid-November. So I've got some time to prep and have a reason to kind of look up that way. So I'm excited.
Well, that's awesome. Hopefully you come home not empty-handed and you have something in the back of the truck.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to your hunt too, dropping on YouTube once Jesse gets it all edited and looking snazzy. So
yeah, it's they're always fun hunts to edit. I'm so used to I've filmed for years and if I edit my own hunt, it just goes. Like, it's super easy to do. I can do it like a 10th of the time than I do everybody else's, but I enjoy it because I can see how other people set up their cameras or different things they film, and it makes it definitely more of a challenge to put it all together. But I think it's pretty fun. It's one of the more fun things to edit is somebody else's hunt. So more footage the better. That's definitely the best way to go about it.
And that's is that buck number 2 or 3 for the team this year?
3
Kentucky bucks.
Yep.
Right. All the Kentucky boys are tagged out.
Yep.
Good problem.
Yeah. So
it says corn piles.
Right.
It says corn piles.
Yep.
Yeah. We just now opened up, so right. I'm surprised Greg hasn't killed a deer. It's what, the 3rd, 4th?
4th. I haven't been out. I was sick on opener. I tried to get out and I was puking my brains out. I think I had food poisoning, but the big deer I was on, unfortunately, I found out yesterday that there's some kids in there messing around for the last 4 or 5 days, and no wonder he hadn't been in there. So I'm gonna go tonight, observation sit, and after this, I'm gonna hop in the shower and get the truck packed up and head out to the stand. So I'm sitting in a big game that I got to do some work. It's been sitting up there quite a bit. It's got the seats kind of janky, so I got to fix it. But I'm looking forward to my first sit. You guys have both hunted more than I have. So
yeah. I haven't got to hunt here, but I did go down to Kentucky, and I think I just hit it wrong. I think it was just too dang hot. It happens, but unfortunate. It was very, very, very hot that opening weekend, and maybe next year it'll be a little bit different. Even if it was 10 degrees less, I think I would have killed deer. I really do.
All right. And we got a cold front coming here in Iowa. I'm not sure about you guys out in Kentucky, but it's supposed to drop down with highs on, was it Friday, 55 or something like that. So it's going to get a little chilly. Just plan on hunting. You've had a couple deer daylight that are definite shooters. What's your game plan for this week?
So I think I'm going to hunt tomorrow, which is Thursday. I'll see what my cameras tell me the next 36 hours, but I think as of right now, I'm going to go to that farm I'm going to be buying and sit the clover and try to thump a doe just to to get out there and do it and not booger anything, because where the deer have been showing up on that pond, I just want to make sure I'm in the chips. I don't want to go in on a horribly bad wind. It's weird right there. Wind can swirl. It's a big ditch that kind of opens up down into the pond. And there's been 3 shooters there in the last 4 days. 2 of them have been in daylight, and multiple other decent deer. And that's just where the one camera is facing. I mean, yeah. I have another one on the other side that's dead. So I don't know what's been on that other scrape. It's 60 or 70 yards away from the one I have that's working. So I could have had 20 different deer over there and not got a picture of them. So
that's a really good spot too. It's just a dynamite set. First sit, you got a good chance of killing something.
Yeah.
Right? You hit it, the morning you get in an hour and a half early is what I would do if I were you, just because it's so far back there. Take your time walking in and sound like a raccoon and make raccoon noises.
Right. Yeah. I'm pretty excited about it because I was telling you this earlier. I lost my best farm last year where I killed my last 2 bow bucks, my big 6x6 and that 150 some inch 8 last year. But I had to pull all my stuff, and that particular spot has the stand and the sticks. I'm keeping them together, and I had another set all ready to go, and I found this tree and how tall it was, and I'm like, you know what? It's a 25-foot set of sticks, and I'm all of that high, and it's on the upward side of the pond. I mean, from the tree stand to the pond, it's probably a 40 or 50-foot drop. So I'm way up there, which should help with the thermals and the wind. But I'm hoping that stand's got some good luck all rubbed all over it, and we'll see. Maybe I can make it 3 for 3 out of that stand.
Hopefully,
that's a nice setup. I seen you sent us a video there. I like it.
Yeah, I don't think I sent one after I trimmed the trees down. I got one of them little DeWalt battery chainsaws, cut down 4 trees that were about that big around, and laid them kind of in the ditch to kind of not let deer come so far up the hill towards me. And it didn't bother the deer at all. I had deer in there that evening. So that was good. And then, like I said, there's been probably a dozen different bucks there and 3 big mature deer. And it's one of those spots that it's good all year long, and you just got to play your cards right and pick and choose when you're going to get in there. So I think Friday morning I'm going to sit.
Yeah, I tell you what, season is here, obviously, but when I did some trail camera management yesterday, moving some cameras around on some scrapes, there's a lot more scrapes. Little saplings are getting hammered right now, so the deer sign's starting to show up. It's exciting. The corn's coming out, although the spot I don't want the corn to come out, so I got to get in there and at least get a couple hunts before it kind of that spot, the deer stop hitting it, just because there's no habitat for them. So, you got anything else? I'm itching to get to the tree. So
yeah, I can tell. Dalton, when you trying to plan to go to Ohio, you gonna wait till Halloweenish, or are you gonna run cameras, or what do you got?
Yeah, that's my plan. It's kind of so this weekend I see the cold front coming in. I think that's really going to get those deer where they're going to be. I mean, especially kind of, moseying out into those rut areas, and that's what I'm going to be hunting. So kind of let them move a little bit, and then they're going to start hitting those scrapes like Greg said. They're going to be more active on those. That'll give me more stuff to pick from, more visual of where they're moving. You're going to have more rubs and scrapes and sign, kind of see what those deer are doing. I had a spot where I shot that one, and I kind of got, a couple hunts into where I seen a little bit about, what the deer activity is up there. But for the most part, I don't know what I'm doing. I've hunted that farm 3 days, so kind of just test it out. And I'm going to throw about 6 or 7 cameras up there. That way, something does show up, and I'm going to be up there the next day, because that's what those cell cams are for, I mean, going to put them to use. So
yes, sir.
I'm excited to get 6 or 7 cameras up there and just see what happens. I don't know.
Well, cool. Hopefully you tag something, and we'll enjoy following you along on your quest for Ohio. And how far is Ohio, or how far is your farm from your place?
My farm's like 4 to 5 hours. It's not too bad, but yeah.
Cool.
So it's kind of a weekend trip thing, not too bad.
Nice.
Maybe take a few days off.
There you go.
Well, yeah, you get to that late October, and you hit a cold front and time it just right. But you know what? Taking that Friday and that Monday off, and then just make a 4-day sit out of it, and
The work's overrated anyway.
Right.
it is overrated severely.
They make money every day.
Yeah, that's right. I'm off as far as looking into the future. I think it's November 3rd through the 11th, I believe, of work. Hopefully I'm pheasant hunting and stuff.
I was going to say, you filming me because you're not going to have a tag.
Well, I might have
Landowners.
Yeah, I might go with the bow just because the deer have been smacking the evolved turnips. Like there's 3 or 4 little bucks in there every night, and like probably 3 or 4 does. So
In the timber plot.
yeah, the only really the West Food plot's just too close to the road, but there's also 2 big tom turkeys, and I bought a lot tag for those, so we'll see.
Right. Yeah, it might as well.
Yeah, and who knows? Something could show up once you get the corn cut across the road. There's a couple nice bucks over there. Nothing. I mean, there's one decent one, but a couple of 140s. So we'll see. It should be fun. Who knows? I might get lucky and tag out tonight. We might be doing another one of these tomorrow, or you might
surprise me.
take pictures.
Right. Would not surprise me. So yeah, I don't know if you want to get out of here. Yeah, I get it. Get showered and get to the tree stand.
Kill a big one.
So
right.
Definitely the shortest podcast we've ever done, but you know what?
He was our test dummy. We got to see if hopefully this works and looks good. The quality looks good on your guys' end, so I guess we'll see.
I don't see any issues of anything. So yeah, I'll get all this downloaded and whatnot, and yeah, hopefully in the future we're doing a lot of these with a lot of teammates, and yeah, I think it'll be a pretty cool thing, and maybe we'll try to do these even more often and throw these right up on YouTube, or maybe do Facebook Live and stuff. Who knows? That's the nice thing about this.
If you're just listening to this on I always get this wrong, the Outdoor Day and Call radio. Where'd you go? You left.
The Outdoor Call radio app.
Yeah. If you guys are listening to this on there, you guys can go on our YouTube channel and watch some of these hunts if you'd like. We've got a whole bunch of hunts. I don't know how many videos we've had from the last 5-6 years, but
there's probably 40, 50 deer kills, something like that. Just as many turkeys, and tons of sheds and all sorts of stuff. Some big catfish. But
do us a huge favor and click subscribe. That helps us out tremendously. So
absolutely, yeah, and we appreciate every single one. So
we do, and we see it. So
100%. So yeah, get out of here. Greg, go kill something, and Dalton, we appreciate you jumping on real fast, and hopefully good luck in Ohio. Sounds like you got a spot figured out at least.
Anytime, man. I appreciate you guys.
Good luck.
Good luck,
see you guys.
Kill a big one.
All right. See you guys.
Good night.